Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome back to the One Stop Co op Shop. Jason here, and today I have a solo playthrough of Bargain Quest. This is a game out from 2016, which was initially self published and now published by Renegade Game Studios. It is a filler style card game for 2 to 4 players. You can purchase a solo mode separately. Which is what I have done here, and I'm going to show you that playthrough. It is a game where you are playing a shopkeeper, and you are going to attract heroes to your area. You're going to take their money by selling them all sorts of cool items. They are going to go into battle against the bosses, and then by doing so, they will earn your store prestige victory points. And whoever has the most victory points wins the game. In the solo mode, you play against a chart. A very simple bot that will provide some opposition for you, but for the most part, a pretty much solitaire experience. I am happy to bring this one to you, but first, let me tell you all about the One Stop Co-op Shop. We are a gaming empire stretching across the land. We have our YouTube channel on our YouTube stream channel, always putting out videos multiple times per week. We've got 6 folks on the job putting out video content for you. We have our podcast, which is twice a week. Sundays is game-centric content, while Wednesdays is special topics and other things that are on my mind on the podcast. We also have our Discord, which is the heart of our community. You can participate fully in the Discord if you contribute to our Patreon. We would very much appreciate a contribution to the Patreon if you wanted to help us get games, go to conventions, upgrade our equipment, all that kind of stuff. However, if you just want to stop by, chat solo and cooperative games, it is completely free to join. You can check the links for all those things in the show notes of this very video. So let me go ahead and show you Bargain Quest, the solo mode. We are the One Stop Co-op Shop, your one stop for cooperative and solo gaming goodness. All right, we're ready to begin a playthrough. I'm actually going to launch straight into the playthrough for this one. Because the game operates in 6 phases, as you can see, and they're pretty easy to demonstrate. If you go through a whole round, you're going to encounter most of the rules. So I'm going to just play round 1, and by then you should have a very good idea of how to play Bargain Quest. The first phase is the supply phase. This is where we're going to draw cards from the big old deck of item cards, and eventually we will equip them to our heroes, but first we have to gather the stuff first. In multiplayer, every single player would draw 4 cards, and you would draft around, take one pass. In solo mode, really important because I had to look this up on BGG. It is not in the official rules. Worry not if you get the game, you don't know that the supply phase is there. Go to BGG, they'll tell you. What I'll tell you is that you take 6 cards and you can discard and redraw up to twice. So that would be simulating a kind of draft over here. What is going to affect your acquisition of inventory is what the heroes want out here. So then I have a warrior, a rogue, and 2 clerics. So the chances are good that I'm going to want to keep my cleric items around. I have one very, very good item over here, but I also have some other items for other characters. So an item like this would be completely useless. So then this only a magic user, which is that red symbol over here, could use this, and there are no magic users out there. So this is the kind of card that I would discard, and I think I'll discard both of these. Redraw. I would do that one more time. So then I would take this card. No, thank you. Redraw, and then that would be my 6 cards for the hand. That is the supply phase. The second phase is the display. That is what will determine which heroes will come into my store. In solo, you get to take in 2 heroes. Multiplayer would be only 1. So then I would take one of my cards and I would look at the hearts on the side, and depending on how badly I wanted one of these heroes to come in, I would put that on the display area. So then if I really wanted a hero, I would use this card, lots of hearts, and I'll put that in the display, and that would basically guarantee me that I would get my first pick, and I'd be getting any warrior, any cleric, or any card with those symbols on there. However, if I put this on display, then it is like a display item. I can't sell it because it's pretty. So I have to make a choice. The choice is, do I reserve this card basically and use it for turn order, or do I want to keep this and have that be one of the cards that the heroes use to beat the monster? I'm actually going to do that. I want to keep this card, but I still want a cleric to come, so I'm going to use this one. This would guarantee that I'd be able to draft at least one cleric, possibly two, depending on what this person does. Clerics are pretty awesome. Everybody's pretty awesome. But I have some big plans for my cleric, so I want to put that card here. That will be my display card. This is the opponent deck. This is the single deck of cards that comes with the solo mode. This is the box of the solo mode that comes with that deck. So then I would pull that, and it would determine its own behavior when it comes to the drafting of the heroes. So then it says, so 15, that's useful for tiebreakers. I follow all of the hearts over here, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, and then I would do what it said on the bottom. So that would be facing off against the initial monster. I'm going to progress against harder monsters, rank 2 monster and rank 3. Against rank 2 monsters, I would draft 2 cards. And against rank 3 monsters, I would draft 3 cards, and then I would follow the bottom, but then I would have all those hearts added up, so it becomes harder and harder to beat the bot, but there's a way to beat it. I'll show you that later. This is the easy part, though. So then it also has a power. Each time one of your heroes wounds the monster, gain an additional star. Each time one of your heroes is defeated, lose 1 star. So then I probably want to prioritize one or the other, wounding or defense. We'll get to that in just a second. But it is useful to know that they are going to draft a warrior, and they're going to attract them with 3, so they're going to go first. So the next thing that happens is that we attract heroes. The bot goes first, and it is going to attract any warrior on there. So if I was going for warriors, I would have been out of luck, but I wasn't going for warriors. You would discard the money, and then you would just put it face down. I would be able to pick next. I can pick one of these 2 clerics. It doesn't matter. They have the same power. I'll show you what the power is in just a second. I am actually going to draft this one. The reason being that the bot will pick next. It can't match any of the symbols, so it just takes the next available going from left to right. And so it is going to pick this cleric, so that way I'll be able to get a rogue, so that it matches up a little bit better with what I ended up with in my hand. Step is to outfit my adventurers. Follow their powers first. The pickpocket says when the hero enters your shop, you may steal 5 from another player and place it on this hero so they have more to spend. So then that would be 5 more, and this is what would determine their starting values, but if I didn't say that already. You would take that from the supply in this particular case because the bot has nothing to track, no money, no anything like that. And the cleric says that I can sell them, reduce the price of one item by up to 10 coins while selling to this hero. That's exactly why I wanted at least one cleric, and that's why I want to hold on to this very, very powerful weapon, this Holy Sword. Look at that. +3 might, +3 defense, the only 2 stats in the game. The relevant symbol is there, and I am going to sell that to them at a 10 coin discount. One item. And now I'd be able to keep those to make upgrades to my shop a little bit later. But now they have a fight of 5 and a defense of 6. That's really, really good. Because if you see the monster over here, these are the stats that you're going for. So that very much determines the items that you're buying. I have to beat a 3 fight and I have to resist an attack of 4. Very set up for that right now. There's a little bit of a wrinkle that comes in, but that is how you buy weapons and that's how you prepare for the monster. All right, my rogue is rich. So I'm going to outfit them very well. I have a rapier and a fine cloak for some action over there. I do not have to sell them everything. I can kind of hold things back, but you get your cards back. You get more cards at the next round, so there's no real reason to hold back, and you want other money anyway. So that is all 30 gold. See that? 20 and 10 makes 30, and now they have an attack of 4 and a shield of 5. It will not go that well all the time, but I happen to draft relative to my hand, so that's the kind of science of the game. Make sure you draft so that you can outfit your heroes in the best possible way. So now we get to the exciting part of the game, the adventure phase, attacking and taking attacks and defending. So I would go first with my cleric. My cleric has 5 attack against the 3 shield. And then I would also put in this adventure card. So these could be good or bad. Adds a little bit of variance. You don't have to play with it, but why not? Just for the sake of the playthrough. Ooh, unlucky. -1 axe, -1 shield. That's why I wanted to save that very, very big item for her, or one of the clerics, because I think I can absorb that. So then it would be 3 shield versus -1, 2, 1 total, 4. Beats 3. The Goblin Chief takes a wound. And whenever I successfully deal a wound with one of my people, I get prestige from my shop. That is how you score points. Bam. There you go. And then they attack me. They attack at a 4. And they are going against my 3. -1 is 2. 3, 4, 5. Blink. My hero lives. Had the goblin beat the number, not tied, beat the number, then the hero would die. And that would be a wound on my shop in solo. If you take 5 wounds in your shop, you lose. But the hero lived. And they get another victory point, prestige point for that. After every hero turn in solo, the bot deals the monster a damage. The monster has 5 hit points, so we need the bot to attack it. In multiplayer, the monster has as many hit points as players, so 4 players, 4 hit points. Here, it would be just 5 hit points flat, so I have to beat 5 hit points. I'll beat it next round. The rogue goes, and now the rogue is going to pick. Hey, look at that, determined. +1 attacks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Wound, sucker. Prestige point for me. They're going to attack back. So we got 2 versus 2, 4, or 4 versus 2, 4, 5. The rogue lives. I had a really good round that round, and so we had another prestige point for a successful defense and another wound from the bot. Next round, I only have to deal 1 damage, so the Goblin Chief is going down next round. Everybody can get attack and get prestige points. It just depends on how many wounds they have at the end of the round that I will count. 5 wounds, it's dead. It will go on to round 2, but the Goblin lives 1 more day. I'm going to take these 2 cards and I'm going to discard them. Or actually not discard them, I'm going to shuffle them. I'm going to put them on the bottom of the deck so that they come up again eventually. And I'm also going to just straight up discard these weapons for the next round. So the heroes live, so they get to stay there to be attracted again. And then I will, from the bots area, I'm going to discard 1 of the heroes, get rid of that cleric. Goodbye. And then the warrior will be back to be attracted next turn. And then another hero pops up. It is another fighter, different art, same power. So because they did not kill the Goblin Chief, they only get 10. That is the reward for surviving. The reward for beating it would be 15. So then they would get 15 coins. Imagine they're going into the dungeon and they find the bags of gold. This is just the consolation prize over here. So then everybody who was a part of the fight would get 10. This new character who just arrived would get 20. So I might want to prioritize attracting them because they have more money to spend in the shop. Now I'm up to phase 5, the upgrade phase. This is a variety of upgrades. I can hire workers out of this deck, or I can purchase a storage upgrade. I'll get to storage in just a second, or a display upgrade. So I can show 2 cards and add up those hearts, and that would determine how I can attract the warriors. There's a 10 over here. Then if I wanted to, I could spend 10 again to upgrade, and that would be +2. Upgrade, the storage does the same thing. In solo, you can buy 1 of each. Multiplayer, just 1. In solo, 1 of each. So I have plenty of money, tons of money, because I had a really successful round. So I'm going to spend 20. I'm going to get a display upgrade and put that here. So I'm going to display 2 cards next turn. And I'm also going to get this Hawker. You may sell 1 item in your display to a hero on your shop, then discard this card. Really good if I want to put a great card in my display area and then sell it, which normally I can't do. She lets me ignore that rule once. So then the last phase is storage, which is kind of a personal cleanup. I had 2 cards that were tiered towards clerics. And also had my display card. I choose 1 card to keep and the rest to discard. I could have bought the upgrade to store more, but I am going to keep my fancy holy symbol because I still have a cleric out there. And they only have 10, but I can afford to sell them this, and this is a very good item. So we're going to store that. We're going to discard those cards. That is the end of a full round of Bargain Quest. I am 1/6 of the way done with the game. So that's basically all the rules. We're just going to do that again. Every one of those 6 steps, I'm going to have more of these fighters. I'm going to have more upgrades, and the monsters are going to do more. But that's basically the rhythm if you wanted to know the rules of Bargain Quest. At the beginning of the turn, the Goblin Chief says, as their power at the start of the supply step, the hero loses 5. I'm going to go ahead and lose 5. All right, so round 2, same thing. I draw my 6 cards. I still have my item for a cleric, but I get to not have that as part of the drafting area. I'll just get that in my hand next round. And so I don't love any of this stuff. It isn't giving me what I want. It isn't giving me a cleric item. It is not giving me any hearts, which I really want to control the board for this round because I want to be able to get the cleric and this warrior both. So I'm going to discard 5 cards, and I'm going to draw up to 5. And so I have a whole new hand and lots of caster stuff. So I am going to take these 2 cards because they're utterly useless and discard them, and then that is going to be my hand for the round. Unfortunately, I did not get any of the heart situations I wanted. However, I did take this Bag of Holding. It is considered drafted for the purposes of solo. During the supply step, if you choose to draft this card, you may reveal and draw 2 cards from the item deck and add it to my shop, which is my hand. Come on. Not a lot of attractive wares. So this is what I'm going to do. This is why I bought the +1 display upgrade. I'm going to put 2 upgrades or 2 items into my display for 5 hearts. That guarantees me at this early part of the game that I'm going to be able to draft first. And I didn't have anything to do with this wizard one anyway. So at least she came with hearts. Thank you. Card over here is going to be a warrior card for 3 hearts. So I beat it. Each time one of your heroes wounds the monster, gain an additional star. Each time one of your heroes is defeated, lose an additional star. I did not do that last turn. So we're going to turn that 1 into a 3, because that's exactly what I did. All right, so we attract heroes. I'm going to attract my cleric, and they are going to be loaded for bear. The enemy attracts a warrior, which I did not want them to do, but that's the luck of the draw. And they prioritize the one with the highest coins, which is the one I wanted, but you can't get everything that you want. So then that will go here, and then I can choose from the remaining, and I would consult my hand to see which one I wanted. I definitely have more rogue cards than warrior cards, so you can have both warriors this turn. Go for it. And the rogue, as their special power, is going to get 5 more coins. All right, so for the rogue, I have lots of stuff, cheap stuff, but stuff. And this elixir says it is +1 shield if a hero has the shield thief icon, which does, then they get 1 more attack. So we are going to put all those cards right under there. We'll display them out here just so that everybody could see. So for our cleric, remember that they can do a 10 coin discount on something. So then we're going to reduce that 15 to 5. This is the best item I have. So we're just going to go ahead and put that there. And I'm going to give her some change. And that is how they are going to attack the goblin. I'm pretty prone to getting ganked by the adventure deck. Let's see what happens. All right, so let's see. We got the adventure deck. The first character is Lucky, +1 shield, and gain 5 coins. I'll take it. Why not? Because they're about to get way more coins for defeating them. So that's cool. The rogue is Reckless. +2 weapon, -1 shield. Ooh, that might not work out for me. See what happens. So then the cleric has just enough. So then they have 2, 4 to beat the shield, or 1 more. That officially beats the goblin, so I'm not going to go ahead and put more wounds, but you get the idea. And I get the victory point, and also a victory point for the enemy card. There you go. And then the bot would wound the monster. Don't worry about that. Now we have the rogue, so not a problem with the attack. 2, 4, 5 beats the 3. -1, +1, they cancel out. 2, 4 just blocks the Goblin Chief. Had I get a -2, which I think there is a -2 shield in there, the rogue would have been toast, but I did not get that. And they get the victory points as well for that. So I'm doing pretty good on victory points, and the Goblin Chief has been defeated. So we go on to cleanup. We go ahead and discard all of these cards. We discard the Goblin Chieftain, and then we reveal the next monster, which is the Giant Spider. At the start of the supply step, each player is dealt 1 fewer card. I would draw 5 cards at the beginning of my round instead of 6. That's not a problem. I did have each character gain 15 coins, so we're going to go ahead and get them 15 coins. One of these warriors is discarded. They're the same exact warrior, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and keep her around. That warrior gets discarded, and I get another warrior from the deck. Hey, my first mage. I'll show you the power over there in just a second, but let me go ahead and put 20 coins on them. All right, so we have the upgrade phase. Both of the characters here are free, but I'm going to acquire this one. Marketeer. After displays are revealed, you may add 1 item from your hand to your display, then discard this card. So another way to get first player. I'll go ahead and keep her, and I'm going to get a storage upgrade for 10 coins. If you are wondering, it is 1 point per 10 coins, so it is not a waste to have a lot of coins at the end of the game. All right, so I have a hand of 4 cards at the end of this. I can keep 2 of them. I like having that cleric, and I want to attract that cleric. So I'm going to keep both of these cards, and I'm going to chuck these 2. Discard this card for the bot, put it on the bottom of the deck on to the 2nd level. All right, next round. Remember that the spider has me draw 1 less card. I'm in phase 2 now, so I'm drawing 5. And I like the look of these because I'm going for the characters with the most money. And these 2 look really good. I'm going to keep this one as well. Chuck, these 2. Don't need that. Pretty much Marshall. Don't want those. Going to pick up. Okay, backpack is good because I get an extra thing. And a holy symbol. I already have 2 of these. I don't think I need a 3rd one. Although, would be good to have this for attraction purposes because there's 3 hearts. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to keep that, and I'll keep the backpack because the backpack, if I draft it during the supply step, if you draft this card, reveal it to draw 1 more card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 more card. Yes, full plate. And that goes along with these cards. So I have a nice full hand for the display and shopping phases. All right, so I'm actually going to just display lots of holiness. 2 holy symbols, 6 hearts. I do want that mage. I would need the bot to not draw a mage symbol. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's going to go first. It is going to get a rogue and warrior with 3 hearts up top, and then it is going to have another 3 hearts on the bottom right there. So 6 total hearts. We actually tie, which means that I win because I put some more expensive items in my display. And let's see what it says on the bottom. Each hero with a cleric icon gets 5. Each hero without a cleric icon loses 5. So we have a situation where we are going to have to readjust the market over here. All right, the values have been readjusted. It's even more important than ever that I get that cleric. And I get the cleric. That is the only character that I can attract with these symbols. Otherwise, I'm left to whatever's on the board. The bot will attract relative to what's on their card. They go top to bottom. So they are going to attract this rogue, which fine. I'm going to go for that wizard because I can attract either of them. So I got the characters that I wanted, and then the warrior goes over here. So you see how I was able to kind of manipulate things a little bit. Got a little bit lucky. here because they picked these two symbols, but I got the characters I wanted just by nudging the cards a certain way. All right, so the wizard's special ability is that they allow me to draw a card. Perfect. Ho! Wizard comes with stuff. Then I get to discard a card, which I already used this, so discard it. Backpack, you're out of here. So the giant spider has a little bit better stats, 4 shield, 5 attack. But I am prepared. So this cleric, I'm riding to victory, baby, is going to get some full plate for +3 at a discount. So that is worth 10. And one of these holy symbols, the third holy symbol, for 15. So then give them 5 change. I feel really good. At least they're not going to die. So I'm going to give them this cursed elixir. It's +2 attack. If hero does not have a magic icon, they get -1 shield. But I have so much shield at this point, so I'm just going to throw that in there for the extra little bit of power that I need to defeat or at least wound the monster. And that'll be 5. So the cleric is looking pretty good. The mage is pretty straightforward. 10 and 5 gets them magic wand and fire scroll. That sounds like mage stuff to me. As always, though, let's see what the adventure deck holds for me. There it is. -2. If the hero is defeated, each other hero gains 5. That's probably going to be defeated. Well, they were going to be defeated anyway. Because of that. So I'm glad that they got absorbed that hit to get the cleric more money. All right. So then we got the giant spider is going to put her weapon down, but that's okay because I had given them the elixir, and that is fine with me. So then the wizard's going to attack. 3, 5, 6 is going to get the giant spider for a wound and a star for me. But then the giant spider is going to go, can't win them all. That is going to be a dead wizard. That's unfortunate. And that is actually a wound for my character sheet. I can only take 5 of those. But I thought it was in service of a good cause. NPC is going to wound the giant spider, and then we're going to move on to the cleric, who is going to attack -1 +2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shield. Bam. There we go. And then going to do the shields. 3, 6, 8. -1 is 7. Easily blocking the giant spider. So that gets me a prestige point for that. So actually, that should not be a discard pile. That should be shuffled and placed on the bottom. Right there. Put that giant spider there. We're going to discard these. And she got 5 coins because of that other mishap from the wizard. But so that's 5. And then 15 is going to be 20 for the next round. And I'm going to try to keep her in my adventuring party almost the entire time. We'll see. We'll put them there. And then we have the warrior and rogue. One of them is going to randomly appear in the row. The warrior. And then we're going to get... so they actually get 15 because they survived the assault. We're going to get more. We're going to get a ranger, looks like. If I choose them, then I'll show you that power. And then we have a rogue who does the same thing as the rogue that was discarded. All right, I moved off the items for now because I have these 2 items. I don't think you can double up, or maybe you can double up. I'm not sure. I don't really need to double up because I can improve. So I'm going to improve my storage right there, and I'm going to get the city guard for nothing. Oh, I should spend money for that, actually. I'm going to get the city guard. City guard, prevent the ability of the current monster card from affecting you, then discard this card. I'm actually going to save her for the last one. The level 3 monsters tend to have the worst effects, so I'm going to save that for them. The last step is I take the display area cards and whatever I had left, and true to save 2, I'm going to save my cleric. Hi, cleric. You are saved. You are discarded. That is the end of the round. On to the next one. All right, next round. Remember, the spider has me only drawing 5 cards instead of 6. And I got plenty for rogues. And I have 2 rogues and a ranger out here with the green symbol. So that works out. The warrior is not attractive at all, so we're just going to throw away those 2 cards. Get 2 more. Another cleric card. That's nice, and a 3 heart card to put on display. So, in addition to these, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of that. I think I have enough to attract. Mighty Elixir for everybody, and we'll just go ahead and roll with that and these 2 cards that I saved from last turn. All right, just like last time, I want my cleric. Cleric, come! Look at all the beautiful holy symbols. You come. Let's go ahead and pick for the bot. We have a wizard. There is no wizard out there. We're going to cover that bottom card with a big fat row of hearts, so 6 to 6. I win the tiebreaker again because of this cheaper 10. I have both mine of 15. The card here says, during the adventurer step, the current monster gains +1 attack. All right. I thought you were on my side. So because I draft first, I do get my cleric, who has 20 to spend, and I like that a lot. So then this would go straight down, so it would take the first one of those over there. The rogue, so let's go ahead and discard that. Now I have my choice. So I've already drafted this one. I could take either of these 2. So now I get to draft second. I can take either one. I'm going to take this ranger, and I'm going to have the bot take the warrior. That's fine. All right, so now we're going to start to live on the edge a little bit. For my ranger, and by the way, the power of the ranger is, at the end of the adventure step, if the hero successfully wounded the monster, put 10 more coins on it. So it's like a treasure hunter type effect. We are going to put these 2 items on there for a 3 shield and an attack. So that 3 shield is super important because the monster attacks at a +1, so it's attacking at a 6. Boo! So I'm going to get that 20 right there. And then for the cleric, I'm actually going to use this power because I want to keep the cleric going. It is, you may sell 1 item in your display to a hero in the shop and then discard this card. So thank you very much. I'll appreciate that. So then that is going to be this item, this holy symbol, which is at a 10 coin discount. So that is 5 right there. So that is defending 5. Remember, it needs to get up to 6. And then that is where I can get that. And the Sacred Elixir, it's actually a bonus +1, so that's 7. I already got the -2 shield, so I'm hopeful that the characters will live. We'll see about that. And she paid 15, so she's going to get 5 and change. All right, I should be able to get through this. See what happens. Forgetful, +0. The hero discards 1 random equipped item. No! Oh, Ranger, that is not good. So let's see what you forget. You are going to discard. No, that is terrible. Well, that's what happens when you include the lucky deck right there. And irreliable, +0, nothing happens. How fitting for my cleric. So my ranger is going to attack, and they are going to do 3-4 damage to the giant spider, and that is reliable damage. Bam! And then the NPC is going to wound it, so it is going to die this turn no matter what. But because of Forgetful, the 5 damage, which is 6, comes in and obliterates the poor ranger. The ranger would have gotten extra money, but they got obliterated. And that is a second wound for my shop. Remember, 5, and I lose the game. So the cleric is going to go. The cleric is going to not get attack off because they have 3, and the defense is 4. But with 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are going to block the giant spider. So the successful defense is on the offing. And they are going to get the 25 gold, which will bring them to 30. Let's go ahead and put that, shuffle those, put that in the bottom, discard these, and reform the hero row. So then we have a rogue and fighter. The fighter has returned. I think the fighter has returned each time. Well, who knows? And they get the 25 gold as well. So there's going to be some upgrades available for them. Then we have a paladin. Ooh, not sure what's going on with this paladin, but I'll if I draft them, then I'll let you know. 25 gold there, and a demon slayer. Oh, we're starting to get a little bit more interesting there. 25 gold there too. Some rich people entering the shop next round. Improvement time, we are going to improve the display upgrade so I can display 3 cards next turn. We're also going to buy the weapon master because I got some warriors coming in next turn. If your hero is some kind of fighter or rogue icon, it gains these items. We are headed to the last round. So as you can see, I'm doing pretty decent on prestige. And I got some 20s right there, although I do have the 2 wounds. These cards are my leftover cards, and I have storage of 3. So I'm going to get rid of this rogue knife because everything else is for the cleric. I'm riding the cleric to victory. Don't even know if that's a thing that I should be doing, but I'm doing it anyway. Back to the top of the round, and we have our level 3 monster to contend with, the huge dragon. Roar! Power lay waste. After the adventure step, each player must choose to either discard 1 upgrade card of their choice or 1 random employee card. I got something for you, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Okay. Back to drawing 6 cards. Remember, I also have 3 cards in storage. Look at this nonsense. 20 coins, 0, and not even that many hearts. Magic helmet, a useless card. Fancy hat does nothing for me except gets me an extra star. 15, get out of here. Some useless crap we're going to discard. Let's see if I get some better stuff. Oh, yeah. Cat familiar. Oh, wow. Wow. And it sticks with the hero until it goes, or it's 4 hearts. I may just hold on to that for 4 hearts. Wineskin, fine cloak. I don't think I'm going to need this fine cloak. Oh, what the heck? Wow. Get out of here. Good thing I looked at that. And so I drew through some kind of crappy cards. That's more fun during the draft, where people get stuck with those cards. But in solo, it is just annoying. All right, so we are going to set up my shop. We have the holy symbol, which I've displayed the whole time. The heavy boots, which are only there to get the symbols going, so I can pick anyone I want. This will likely lose, but at least I could have a competitive chance, and I might beat the bot. Bot's going to pull 3 cards. We have the symbol, so it's going to grab warriors first, and then more hearts, so that's probably already a loss right there. Yep, that's 9. That's a loss. So it's going to draft warriors first. And each time one of your heroes wounds the monster, we've seen that that's kind of half the decks. Half the cards right there. So they are going to draft this Demon Hunter. Did you want to know what the power is? Too bad. However, I can draft this Paladin now. So the Paladin power is, after the shopping step, if this hero has a defense value of 6 or higher, gain 1 star. I think I can manage that, especially with 30 coins. And it is going to draft this warrior again. It goes down, so each time it goes down, and it is just going to cover that, and I'm going to have my Intrepid Cleric for another time. Fantastic. All right, equipment time. The Cleric, as usual. I love clerics. So then we are going to go ahead and put that in. Right now, they have the exact numbers to match the monster. So then, actually, they don't. So he could not attack the monster, but I can at least block its defense. It's 5 and 5. This is 6 and 5. I can at least live. So that's nice. So wasn't able to, didn't have enough cards in my hand because of what I used in the display. That's the kind of the push and pull of the game. This Paladin is going to have full plate on, and we are going to spend 20 on that, and we are going to get a star for giving the Paladin 6 defense. And we're going to hope and pray that we have something that comes out of the deck that helps me hit the dragon at least once. All right, here we go. So we got the paladin over here is hasty, -1. Ooh, that's not great. But they had 6 shield against 5 attack. Well, first of all, they don't hit at all. So with 2 attack, they're not going to do anything. But they are going to absorb the hit from the dragon, which will get me a prestige, and more importantly, they live. So now here's the moment of truth with the cleric. Is awesome! Wow! Literally the best card. I'm going to tell the story of the cleric for generations. It's going to be great. So they will. Actually, wait a minute before I do that. That's the NPC. So now let's get to the cleric. It is 2, 3, 5, 7. Beats the 6. So that is a wound and another prestige. I'm loading up on prestige over here. Feeling really good about that. And 2, 3, 5 is 7. Takes the 5 and gets another prestige for living. Both of my characters lived. Did 1 damage with one of my characters. The NPC deals that. So I'm pretty much guaranteed that the next round is going to be my last round because the dragon is taken out. So then cleanup, we are going to put that in there. There's only 1 awesome in the deck, so I'm not going to get another one of those. We're going to get rid of that. Going to have, this is the cleanup step that we've been doing. We have the fighter, which continues to persist. Fantastic. So then they are going to get 20 gold each. So that's really nice to prepare. Cleric has all sorts of good stuff on their side. And a bard is coming out for the next one. I think we've seen all the classes by now. 10. They better have something good for 10. When this hero is drawn from the hero deck, each player must give them 5. Wow, fantastic. So then that is there and there and there. At the end of the adventure step, the dragon would kill one of my things, but then the hero guard says, I'm going to do it. Prevent the ability of the current monster. That's going to discard itself. Thank you, city guard. All right, upgrade step. I already have 2 of these, and I feel like keeping my points. Don't think I'm going to buy another one of the upgrades. I think I can. I think that can spread out over there, but I'm going to save it. And I like the look of this smuggler. Smuggler says at the end of the supply step, draw 3 cards from the item deck, discard 2 of them. Extra cards. I'll take it. Last part of the phase, I get to keep 3 cards. That's going to be these 3, especially the cat. I got to have the cat. And discard the rest. And we are on to the final round. All right, last round of the game. I pulled my 6 cards. And calculating it out, I want my cleric, partly because just for the theme, and also because I drew this. This is massive. And only the cleric can use it. I definitely want to track the cleric. I think I am going to attack at least one of these 2 warriors. So let's keep the warrior stuff and get rid of the rogue stuff. And draw some more. Torch. Torch is garbage. Get out of here. Although, I shouldn't laugh at it because it is a 5. And very often I have had characters with a 5, but I have this battle axe, which is just objectively better. So that is fine. And demon charm, you look like display material to me. For my display items, I wish I could have used the cat. I don't think this is going to be a game where I use the cat, but that's okay. That gives me 4, 5, 6, 7 items for the display. And because of this, I can have my pick of who I want. All right, I picked 3 cards. First card is going to be a mage. And then we have more. And then we have more. So that is 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh! But it is going to pick the mage first. And I don't really want the mage. So I have this marketer who could have put a 4th card into the display. In order to be able to draft the one I want. However, because it is going for the mage first, and we can just do that now. Just go ahead and throw that away. Or the bard, really. Because of that, I don't need the marketer this round. I can draft anyone I want, which is going to be this cleric. If I drafted this cleric, then it would draft the one with the higher value, but no, you may not have it. So that paladin is there, and then this lowly warrior, this broke warrior that doesn't have barely anything because of the bard stealing its money, is going to be my last hero. All right, we are going to ride the lightning over here for 15. I only have the one item for them. Guan-Du, and that is going to be all of their money. So that combined with the weaponsmith, actually, so 3, 4, 5, 6 would harm the dragon, and 3, 4, 5 would defend against the dragon, depending on what happens out of the adventuring deck. So now this is delicious. So then this is 40, but with the 10 cost discount, it is 30. Look at that outlay. We got 5 attack and 2 shield. So they are prone to being defeated, but I was able to sell them a lot of stuff, get all their money, and get all those points from the money. That is fabulous. Just have the weaponsmith here for illustration purposes. The warrior is going to go at the huge dragon. And I wanna be brave. Yeah! 3, 4, 5, 6 actually hits the dragon. Boom! And that gets me a point. And her special power is, at the end of the adventurous step, if this hero successfully wounded the monster, gain another star. Ho ho! Yeah! That's great. And then the attack comes back. 3, 4, 5. Woo-hoo! And the attack is blocked, so I get a star for that as well. And the wound comes in from the peanut gallery, so the dragon will be defeated. So let's see how the cleric does. The cleric is cautious. Okay, at least you lived. You lived all 6 rounds, cleric. Fantastic. Just got really good items and went for it. So that's really nice. All right, so do you wound anything? Probably not. Yeah, you're not wounding a thing. But you have 3, 4, 5, 6 versus it's 5, so you're going to get a prestige for defending, and you live, so I don't have to deal with wounds on my personal character. The game ends immediately once you defeat the monster, so nothing else needs to happen. So let's add up score. So this doesn't factor into scoring. I was just lose condition. This is the rest of the heroes that were in the hero deck. That is 3. I get 2 per, 2 victory points per, so that's 6. So we got that there. We got 1, 2, or this is actually 1 per 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 right there. So 3, 6, 9, 12 points for that. So that is 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42 points. And 42 points is, you're the new hotness. Word spreads like wildfire. There were definitely some things I could have done better, but I will absolutely take being the second to top 4 stars. Oh, let's fix that. That is a full playthrough of Bargain Quest. Has a lot to offer in the multiplayer, and you can judge for yourself if the solo is a good fit for you. This is Jason with the One Stop Co-op Shop, reminding you that we will see you at the next stop.